Yeah, it was just a full weekend of road racing, and it was a solid day yesterday and even better day today. To have a nice steady pace and to have a smooth pitch strategy from my Phoenix Racing guys reminded me a lot of last year, and I thought I could deliver for them. We were in contention. We made it all the way to that final restart, and today with all those long green flag runs, I thought the race would play into our favor. Our car was a little better on longer runs than Boyer, but he did a great job. I just kept thinking he's a dirt late model racer from the Midwest. There's no way he's going to be able to run the road course, and he did. He did great. That car, our car, I think we separated ourselves from the pack today. But just thanks to Kyle and KBM yesterday to get me back and forth on a nice private jet that allowed me to rest up and be prepared for today. Yesterday wasn't quite the day we needed. We needed one more caution yesterday with the Monster Energy car to get up there in the mix and get that top 5 finish or even battle with Nelson Piquet, who's a friend of mine. It's amazing to see a Formula One guy come in and win right away in a nationwide car. The nationwide race was stacked yesterday, and of course everybody wants to be in Cup because this is where the best racers race. And today we came home third. Chevrolet and Monster Energy and Tag Heuer, our 3 big brands with us this year. The only thing I got to say is I'm a bit choked up. I just made one mistake there in turn 10 or turn 11. Those tires have never been bolted down, ever. And I clipped a set of tires, and it broke the front suspension. It broke the rear panhard bar, and I couldn't compete for the win after that. So, mistake to my guys. But if we pulled it into victory lane with an all-red car, no sponsor, being in California, I thought it was Team Tiger Blood with Charlie Sheen around.
Thank you, Kurt. We'll certainly open it up for questions now. Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start downstairs, and we'll start right here with Marty.
Marty Smith, ESPN. Why are you so emotional about this effort?
When you show up and you're on a third of the budget and you almost bring it to victory lane, you can't say that that one guy does it out here. It takes a full team effort. But I really wanted to deliver for my guys today, and being that close and to make one mistake, it's a tough game. That's why it's Sprint Cup.
We'll take it from Bob, then go back over to the left.
Bob Hocker, Sporting News. Did you have any plans to just make any sort of kind of bonsai moves in the sense of, hey, win or finish 10th? Is there a big difference between that?
The final restart with, 20-something to go, 25 to go, I was patient. I was very patient with Boyer. I got to his rear bumper 3-4 times in turn 11 and bumped him. No bonsai moves here. There's a lot of respect that I was trying to give.
Okay, we'll take our next question here and then go to Lewis.
Kurt, considering you won last year and how well you've done this year, it looks like it's the driver. It's got to be the driver.
It's definitely not the driver. A lot of thanks has to go to Penske Racing and the commitment they gave to me to help me on road courses and all the testing we did to arrive at this point. I can't pat myself on the back too much, but there was a car on the front row with my setup from last year, and there was a 48 car out there with my setup. Hendrick Motorsports is a great organization, and they give us engines and chassis, and this weekend we might have helped them with a little bit of setup notes.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Lewis, then go to Lee and Nate.
Lewis Frank Reuters. Kurt, you've won races and you've won big championships, but you took a crippled car home to third. Does that fit anywhere in your feeling of accomplishment?
Well, thanks. It does. I mean, it's just you're that close, and you want to deliver. But to have a wounded car like that, I had to yield to Tony. I didn't want to get up into the loose gravel and lose a bunch of spots. It's a great day for Phoenix Racing, and James Finch, who gave me this opportunity, he's like, hell with that road racing stuff. I ain't even going out to California. So it's great to surprise him with a nice top 3 finish out here.
Go ahead with your question, Lee.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. What can you say about the guys at Phoenix Racing? Because, you know, Nick Harrison is so in your corner, and the kind of support a driver has to feel that. I mean, a driver has to be able to feel when guys are behind him, as opposed to where there's, you know, kind of, I don't know, dissension in the ranks. But I mean, it just really seems like these guys propel you.
They bring the best out in me. This is a no-nonsense group, or a bunch of racers. And the way that this program feels is we're just a bunch of Boy Scouts where we got to support each other, teach each other little things, and everybody has 3 jobs on this team. And so, yeah, it's the closest family atmosphere I've ever had to racing with Kyle and my dad when we race legend cars. And we're not blood brothers or anything. We're not going to cut fingers and touch and go Team Tiger Blood or anything, but it's really a neat group. And Nick's leadership is so much fun just to follow him and be part of.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Nate. Come up front, and then we'll go upstairs.
Okay. Nate Ryan, USA Today. Kurt, 2 weeks ago you weren't even in the car. Today you almost won the race. And what does this mean to you personally to finish like you did today and to run like you did today?
If I can get my head on straight here and after the race, then I could be able to race every weekend and go for victories.
Go ahead with your question.
Tom Fitzgerald, San Francisco Chronicle. Kurt, we're used to a lot more skirmishes and crashes and cautions here. Why do you suppose there were so few in this race?
It's hard to say. The only thing I can think of is the tire was different this year. It was a tire designed to give you speed in the beginning and then drop off. When you have speed in the beginning, you have control over your car, and cars can get separated. So maybe that helped us all get strung out. Felt like a genuine gentleman's road race today. But I wasn't in the back.
All right, we'll go upstairs for questions. Any questions for Kurt upstairs?
One moment.
Mike Hembry, Speed.com. Kurt, when did you hit the tires? And if you hadn't done that, do you have any doubt that you would have or could have won the race?
Yeah, I hit those tires in turn 11 with about 8 to go. And without a doubt, I thought I could have pressured Boyer into a mistake. He was there for the taking on coming to the white. And I couldn't do it with my Panhard bar broke. The rear end was too unstable under braking. So I look back at that one moment, and it's just tough, but solid top 3.
Additional questions for Kurt upstairs?
No more questions.
Any questions down here? Okay, we'll take a follow-up from Lee.
Just real quick on the radio, you know, you asked the guys when you were going to pit, you know, lap 71, pit on 72. Were you having radio transmission problems at one point during the race, and did they correct themselves, or what happened?
Just, we had radio problems. My helmet blower stopped blowing at halfway, and we were running 280 degrees water temp all day. So just battles everywhere today inside the car. Just tried to ignore it the best I could. And I just wanted a commitment lap on when we were going to make it on fuel in case we got disconnected with radio. And so, I mean, you got to do all you can inside the car when you're disconnected from guys. And so I expected them to lean over the pit wall with a chalkboard. Pit now, 51. But it all worked out.